So, you want to talk about Fidelity and the accounts? Did you want to talk about 401ks or what did you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about it accepting crypto as far as the trading platforms, which it says 401ks, but it also you can literally like invest on Ethereum.
Yeah.
But I think
I did see that too, actually.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what aspect you wanted.
So yeah, most people that have 401ks, you have like a package of ETFs, I believe, is like those funds where they have a bunch of crypto.
Yeah.
So you can get an ETF. You can get a fund, which is a group of stocks that can be like tech, medical, whatever subject you want.
Right.
They'll group all the top ones, and you'll invest in it. And then if one crashes, you're fine because the other ones are doing well.
Right.
Well,
It's a bundle.
It's a bundle. It's like you don't know which one you want, so you just get the bundle. They're gonna have that now. They're gonna have that for I believe it's gonna be Ethereum, Bitcoin.
And you can maybe just buy one or two.
Yeah, but 401ks are strictly based through work.
Right.
So this would be like your work investment, and then you'll have like your IRA, which is like after you just put money into it, and you can get the bundle through there, or you can open up an account,
just a
crypto account that they're going to be able to carry Ethereum, Bitcoin. I believe they're only just doing those two. Those are the only two like that most people start off doing.
Yeah, well, they're safer for long-term investment too.
So that's great. Fidelity's huge. It's huge. They hold most of the 401ks in the U.S. I don't know about the world, but in the U.S. But if they get into crypto, that means that there's going to be more people that don't necessarily want to, watch it every day. They don't want to watch it. They're just like, no, let me put my pre-tax dollars and let me put like a percentage of it into this crypto and see what happens 5 years from now. You know what I mean? Like, or a year from now, and see, how much money I can make off of this. And if they're doing it now, which I'm not doing it yet because I haven't looked into it. So I haven't really, but I'm going to start looking into it. I just saw this pop up on my Fidelity feed and I was like, what the heck? And I was like, that's cool. I want to talk about it. It's good news.
Right.
An investment firm like this is accepting crypto. Like it's like Fidelity, Merrill Lynch, all those type of investment. What's the other one? Anyways, they're big investment firms that control a lot of people's multi-billion dollars of like annual funds that they just put into this stuff.
Yeah, so they're doing Bitcoin, Ethereum to start.
So, for instance, Fidelity will first offer only two cryptos, Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is like the two safest. Yeah, you don't want to go in. You don't want to dabble into altcoins because it's like a hit or miss for sure. Like,
and it's gone.
Yeah, it's not there anymore. But Ethereum, Bitcoin are the most. Obviously, Bitcoin is the OG. I would love to say it was number one forever, but it wasn't. XRP was number one for a while, and then it fell off, and then Bitcoin became number one. And then you have Ethereum that runs everything else. So you know what I mean? Like Bitcoin that just does nothing but like just sits there and looks pretty, and then you have Ethereum that works. Every other altcoin that ever works under Ethereum. So Fidelity is pretty much gonna start trading those two.
Yeah.
Available in 35 states. Oh shoot.
Yeah,
that's nice. 35 states.
Yeah, so it's another cool option.
No, it's great. It's
cool
great,
idea.
Especially if you don't have like say extra funds to invest. Like, hey, I would love to invest in crypto, but I don't have money, dude. I pay bills and stuff, but I have a 401k.
Yeah,
and the reason why I have a 401k is because it's my work puts into it,
right,
and I put into it, and it's pre-tax dollars. Like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Well, now you can invest in crypto. You know what I mean? Like you can get a little bundle and be like, yeah, dude, I got a little bit of Bitcoin, Ethereum, dude. Like, I put in whatever, a couple $100 a pay period or whatever, a few dollars, $10 a pay period, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. But within the long term, when it does pick up, you'll be able to see the exponential gain from like a few hundred, a few thousand to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be great.
Could be great. It's not a bad way to do it. I mean, I don't hate it at all. It's cool to see. Yeah, there's a lot of options, and I think too maybe for something like that, if people see it long term a little bit more, like it's very hard or almost impossible to get out you know,
Or no.
or you're extremely like going to get penalized. So you're just like, cool, I bought the Bitcoin. Hopefully it works. And then if it does, it should work for you long term. You know, it's just incentivize people to further not panic sell, freak out, whatever, right? So, yeah, right on. I just thought this was an interesting thing worth touching on. Tether ended up saying in 2022 they settled $18.2 trillion, where Visa did $14.1 trillion, and then like Mastercard was at $7.7 trillion. So once again, like, you know, Visa's not available everywhere in the world, where Tether theoretically is if you have a computer and a laptop, phone, and you know how to use crypto. Yeah, so if you know how to play around with this stuff, so anybody can. And then yeah, I don't know. It's a significant number, even though I'm not always prone to 100% believe everything they say in the first moment, even if it's comparable or a little bit higher. I think it's extremely significant.
Yeah, so even if, like you were saying, maybe it's not true. I don't know.
Even if it's super high volume, it's significant.
Oh yeah. My thought behind this was Mastercard and Visa. They charge you a initial transaction fee of 35 cents plus a 1% or more, depending on what the agreement is. After that, so if you're doing, hundreds of thousands, millions, or billions in transactions, Visa Mastercard's got it very well. They made 14.1 trillion. Once 1% of that, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much they made off of those transactions.
I think that's a dollar amount. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, 14.1, because they would charge. Yeah, that they would charge that 1%.
Right. Absolutely.
That's like the best deal you can get. Maybe it might be 2. It might be 3. Right. Who knows? Right. But so let's just say 1%, dude. That's still like, I can't even do the math right now. But I was thinking, like, what?
It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's still billions. I think because it's trillions.
No, it is.
Yeah, so it's still billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And Tether, they don't charge you by percentages of your transaction. They charge you by a transaction. So it could be, $2. It could be $10.
Yeah.
You can transfer $1 million right now for $10. Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. It's instant.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait 2 weeks. You don't have to sign forms. You don't have to do anything. And I just sent it to you. You have $1 million right now. It cost me $10 or $2 to send. Yay. Over here, you try to you try to accept $1 million. They're gonna take you to the cleaners, man. You're gonna see that. Obviously, you're gonna see that settlement, but also you'll be able to write that off with Tether. You can't write that off. You know what I mean? Like, you don't cash in the United States. I'm not giving anybody financial advice or anything, but you just don't, because it doesn't incentivize you to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get taxed hard. Yeah. So that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is it's cheaper to use Tether. It's gonna be favorable. Visa, Mastercard will have to compete with Tether. Just kind of like if you remember platforms. I don't know if you remember trading, like stockbrokers back in the day. They would charge you a trade fee. Then Robinhood came and like, oh, there's no trade fees. We do trade free. We make money on what you sell. So say you sell it for $20, well, they're gonna take a fraction of that percentage of that settlement, and you're gonna get paid $19.99, something like that.
And everybody's fees are different.
Yeah, they're different. Some of them are hidden, some of them are not. But yeah, most of them would do that. They would be like, you sell it for 20, but we're gonna sell it for 21. We're gonna make $1 off every share, and we're also gonna charge you a transaction fee per trade or whatever. So Robinhood stopped that. What did everybody else do? Stop that. It doesn't exist. I've never seen a brokerage fee or like a transaction fee for a stock ever since that happened. Yeah. That came to a stop. So they're gonna change Visa and Mastercard's fees as far as payment methods, But then they also need this guy. Yeah. They need Tether. If they're ever planning on accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum and altcoins, they need Tether, because that's the midpoint of cashing out, right? So you have your Ethereum, you accept Ethereum, you turn it into Tether. Tether becomes your native currency. So they need that. But things are going to change. Within 5 years, you're going to start seeing commercials. Oh, for our business guys, we care about you so much, and we're going to start, we're going to eliminate that 1%.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And kind of the other thing I was kind of telling him too is, depending on the platform, if you're on fill in the blank, there might be fees with Tether. They're all different depending on where you're at. So, but if you're just doing it wallet to wallet or
Gas fee.
but there's a lot of platforms that are pretty cheap. It's such a better deal than Visa, Mastercard, whatever. So, and then there's pretty sure that we covered a story that Visa like last year was doing, trying to figure out settlement on Ethereum and blockchains and stuff. So they're interested because I think they figure at some point it just makes sense to figure out whether or not it's profitable or not. Now, well, it's good to know because you don't want to get left behind. So, and they're seeing it, and the other thing is with Tether, yeah. I mean, even if it's around that amount, some of it they're like, oh, some might be wash trading or people just, wallets back and forth, whatever. The people that, it's just more convenient for me to have it over here, so just drop it over. But regardless, I mean, a settlement's a settlement to me, and it's a pretty significant thing. So I think that's a pretty, like, kind of just was surprised by that. It's like, wow, they do that much. But then again, Visa isn't available in a lot of countries, and credit cards, and some places they won't go in at all. And, that's for a number of different reasons, and maybe I don't blame them, or they just can't support the infrastructure, but that's where crypto can do it again, as long as you have a wallet and a
mobile device or something like that.
Yeah. And just like a crypto wallet. So, yeah, pretty cool. I guess on other significant big news, something like this. Why don't you go ahead and read this? 2022?
Oh, shit, my bad. Global cryptocurrency owners grows to 425 million through 2022. What happened in 2022? Singapore, January 19th, 2023. New research released that Crypto.com reports that the global cryptocurrency owner increased by 39% in 2022, rising from 306 million in January to 425 million in December. Despite industry's headwinds, the milestone steady growth first half of 2022, followed by the second half growth drive by investors in a major coin, particularly Ethereum. This growth, including Bitcoin owners, growing by 20%, 183 million in January to 219 in December. 52% of the global currency owners and Ethereum ownership grows by 263% for 24 million in January to 87 million in December. 20% of global currency owners. The report base. Okay.
So, anyways.
Yeah.
Regardless of all the bad news, everything is still up 39% over a year again, which I just think that's pretty incredible. I mean, I think young people see this so much. Doesn't really matter. There's an undercurrent of it's growing and developing, and people think it's at least interesting enough to check out, dabble, fill in the blank, right? Because everybody who's in the space sees where we're going next. So it's like, well, yeah, I might as well, invest or check it out, or at least read up on it. And okay, maybe I'll hold a little bit. Maybe even it's like a small amount, just to see what it is. So I think this is really good. Obviously probably some of the best news. Just more and more good news.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to have more wallets. More users, more cryptocurrency gets divided into wallets.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah. it just shows you more acceptance. That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So adoption, acceptance. It all just tells you that people are watching it and it's not dying. It's not going anywhere. It just keeps moving forward to the next rally.
It does blow me away, even though how bad the year has been, that it's up 39% more over. It's like, I can't imagine like the next bull run or two, like where it goes,